So let me start with who are you? So my name is San Pedro. Like I said, I'm an award-winning filmmaker and I create videos for a living. For the past 7 years, I have been traveling around the world. Like I have been to every country in Africa except maybe 1 or 2, and overseas as well, creating videos for artists, TV personalities, and different types of companies. I have managed to work with well-known individuals like Caspar Nyovest, aka MT The Hustle, DJ Tira, Master KG, Towela Kaira, Gigi Lamaine, DJ Zintle, Somizi, as well as TV personalities like Ayanda Tabete, Amanda Dupont, Boiti Tulo, just to mention a few. I have also worked with big organizations like Sony Music Entertainment Africa, Universal Music Group, Crown Gospel Awards, as well as MTN in Swaziland. Even here in South Africa, I have managed to work with the Ministry of Education, where I was doing some live streaming, then the city of Tshwane, where I covered some events, including the Pretoria State Capitol Address, as well as the city of Johannesburg, where we currently do live streaming for the council chamber, plus just a lot more. Some of my works have been recognized internationally, including myself. This year, I was nominated for Videographer of the Year in Zimbabwe, and I won that award.
Presenting the Videographer of the Year.
And the winner is San Pedro.
Not only that, my videos have been nominated for awards from time to time. Like in 2021, my video won the Best Music Video of the Year at the African Social Entertainment Awards, and in 2022, another video of mine won Best Music Video of the Year at the PPC Zimbabwe Music Awards.
Best Music Video 2022, Freeman HKD Pombi.
Now that's great, guys, but that's not all. In 2017, my movie won 2 awards actually for Best Editing and Best Directed Short Movie at the Ekurhuleni Film Festival, among many others. Right now, I live in South Africa, Northwest in Potchefstroom with my family, and I'm the creator of Unify Film Class, which is a supreme online film class that teaches you how to shoot cinematic videos using a DSLR camera, how to edit and color grade your videos using Adobe Premiere Pro, and how to shoot music and wedding videos, as well as how to do professional live streaming using vMix, OBS Studio, and StreamYard. So if you're interested to learn in any of the courses that I offer, all my courses are online and you can find them at ufc.unifyinventive.net. So please visit the website and check the courses out. They are really amazing. The next question is, how do you support your students? Perhaps the best part of learning filmmaking with me is the support you get as a student. Let me give you an idea through my past students. Let me start with my favorite students, Kosa and Mpumi Sandiso. They were my students and I have been mentoring them in filmmaking. I took them on every shoot, doing my behind the scenes just so that they can get the skill. On top of that, I also supported them with the Lumix GH4 camera and their Ronin M gimbal so that they can take their careers to the next level. Today, they are one of the best filmmakers in Rustenburg. Even the videos that they are doing are surprisingly very good, very creative, gaining lots of views. Another student of mine, Hemi, used to be a musician, and I introduced him into filmmaking and I mentored him in the same way. On top of the skill that he got through doing my behind the scenes and coming with me on sets and shooting alongside me, his first camera, again the Lumix GH4, and his first Ronin M gimbal also came from me as a form of supporting him. Today, he is one of the greatest filmmakers that I know, creating really good videos. He even has his own company called Mastermind Films. Another student of mine, she's a lady actually, her name is Yuleta. I have been mentoring her in filmmaking, taking her with me on sets, teaching her how to operate different types of cameras, and when she applied for a job, I gave her sample videos that we made together and she got accepted. Now she works for some big production companies in South Africa, creating really big movies. There are so many other students that I have taught and supported to make sure that their filmmaking careers takes off. There is different ways that I'm supporting my students on this platform that I have created. The number one is through the monthly massive giveaways where I give away gear which I no longer need. So I have over 70 filming gear, 70 filming gear which I no longer need, that I'm giving away to the students that have enrolled in my classes as a way to support them. Just a few days ago, I gave away a DJI Phantom 4 drone, 3 LED red headlights, and a GlideCam HD1000 to some of those students randomly, and there is still more gear that I'm giving away. So in the next massive monthly giveaway, there's a lot of filming gear that I'm giving away, including this Canon 600D camera is going, as well as this small drone, the DJI Mavic Mini. I'm giving it away as well, and it comes with the spare batteries and the charger, the controller. I'm also going to be giving away a DJI Ronin SC, as well as 2 LED professional LED lights, plus I'm adding more other items as people they are enrolling. So guys, it's a game of luck. I give this equipment randomly to the people who are enrolled in the class. So even myself, I don't know who is going to win, and don't text me to say I need to win a computer, or I need to win a microphone, or I need to win a lens. I don't know who is gonna win and who is gonna win what. And guys, these giveaways shouldn't be the reason why you are joining Unify Film Class. You know, there are 3 stages in filmmaking, and the most important stage is stage number 1, which is the skill. I learned the skill of videography without having any means of buying a camera or a lens or anything. So what I was doing is I was just chancing from friends. If someone is having a camera and I see that they have a camera, I'll just chance it from them, even just for 10 minutes, just to, you know, shoot something and see how the camera is working and stuff like that. And a lot of filmmakers, especially upcoming filmmakers, they think that for you to learn filmmaking, you need to have this nice equipment, nice camera, nice lenses. That's when you can learn filmmaking properly. No, guys, that is a lie. In fact, if you rush to get equipment first, that equipment can even destroy the filmmaking in you, because you have the best equipment, but you will not be able to produce the videos that you are expecting because you don't have a skill in you. What will happen at the end? You start being demotivated and start thinking, oh, maybe filmmaking is not for me. So you can learn the art of filmmaking just using your smartphone as a camera. There is a lot to filmmaking more than just a good camera. You know, there is storytelling, there is lighting, there is so many things that you need to know, angles and stuff like that. You know, the camera really comes at the very end to just really capture that whole moment. That's why professionals don't even worry about cameras. They worry about the skill itself, the creativity, the art and stuff like that. And that is what I'm teaching in the Unify Film Class. How to even operate that kind of a camera, how to edit, all those creative stuff. That is what I teach. And moving away from that, another way that I'm supporting my students is to give them digital resources. So all the softwares, plugins, presets, transitions, templates, routes are all included in the courses for downloading for free. And the other way I'm supporting my students is, actually some of my students, I have already started taking them with me. So if I'm filming in a particular area and there are members of UFC there, I'll call them to come on set with me. Then they learn more, shoot clips for themselves and create their own portfolios and stuff like that. And lastly, the way I support my students is to hook them to clients and projects that I can no longer take. For example, I'm no longer gonna be shooting a lot of music videos or wedding videos. So when such projects come, I'll just forward them to some of the students that I know they are already good. In fact, there is a student of mine whom I'll start giving wedding gigs. After he took my class for wedding videography, he is really doing good. The wedding videos that he's producing in just a few weeks, I'm really surprising. They are amazingly cinematic and everything is on point. So if any of wedding gigs comes on my way, because I normally get that a lot, I'll forward such projects to such students. Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about a music video. Music videos is one of the most popular genre of videography that I do, and I think it's one of the genre of music videos of videography that has really connected me to the world. You know, if you know, oh, Pedro was with Casper, Pedro was with this one, it's because of music videos. And music videos, it's really a good, it provides really a good income, especially if you are beginning as a videographer. It's one of the ways that you can quickly make money, because there is a lot of musicians, there's a lot of people who who make music and they need videos for that music. And the good part is there is those musicians who are really starting, they don't really have enough budget, they don't have enough money to hire someone like me. So if you are beginning, you can take advantage of music videos. So I really enjoy music videos. So just let me know where you are watching me from so that I can greet you as you are waiting for other people to join. I can see Mr. Precious Danger is watching. Young Fresh is watching. I can see Mr. Stefan is watching from Zambia. Duncan Luciano Business is watching from Malawi. I can see Mr. Mike Major is also watching from Zambia. All right, we are on. That is Mr. Jonathan Chapi. I'm here. You are doing awesome. That is Mr. Daddy Nash. Thank you so much for everybody who is joining. Thank you so much. Mr. Eden also just joined. He says bosses. So just help me by sharing the stream on your timeline so that we can have a lot of people joining us today. And today we are talking about music videos. And as I'm waiting for people to join, this Saturday, I'm going to be giving away some of the filmmaking gear, you know. So the whole year, I haven't had time to give away because I was busy. I was actually away. So I want to really give out the gears that I haven't given. I have a lot of gear that is not working. And mostly, the gear is getting damaged. I have a lot of video lights, especially the ones that I started with. I have a lot of microphones, lapel microphones that I want to give away. I have a Ronin S that I want to give away. There is capture cards that I want to give away. In total, actually, I want to give away 25 between this Saturday and the next Saturday. And I'm only giving away to the people who are joining my online class. I have an amazing online class where I teach videography. So if you want to learn more about videography and how to create music videos, how to shoot videos in general, you know, I have an awesome classes that do not waste your time, that are well explained. And today, the way we're gonna do it is going to be a little bit different, you know. So I'm gonna actually get into the class that is online. I'll show you some footage there, show you the topics that we're gonna be looking at today. You know, when you are creating music videos, what kind of cameras do you need and other accessories that you need. We're gonna look at the best camera settings, and I'm going to show you some tips on how to light your music videos. So all that is going to be coming from the courses themselves. I'm just going to be playing a video from the course itself that talks about that chapter, and then I'll be looking at your questions in the comments. When that chapter is finished, then I answer your questions, and then we get to another chapter just like that. The reason why I'm doing this is because we're going to start having our master classes that used to come every Saturday. Those ones for $250. So I'm going to start having those master classes, and that is how we're going to even be learning in those master classes. So I'm going to show you a detailed video about a certain topic, and then we go through it together and I explain further. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And if you are interested in music videos, I think today is going to be awesome for you. All right, I will be joining the course next week. That is Mr. Luciano. Thank you, Mr. Business. Tafa, wish you could support me with lights. It's easy. I'm having like almost 20 video lights that I'm gonna be giving away. So Saturday, just come. You'll see what I'm talking about. So the only way that you can be part and parcel of these giveaways is if you have joined at least one of my classes. So there isn't really like a lot of videographers who join these classes. It's not like many people, never. Videographers don't really like to invest. So if you just join, you really stand a chance to win something. All right, Mr. Daniel Shilo is watching from Port Elizabeth. This is Ndolomba. I'm watching you from South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal, a place called Melville. Thank you so much, Mr. Ndolomba. Thank you so much. Doing great, Mr. Pedro. This is Mr. Timothy watching from Malawi. Thank you so much. I have another one watching from Cape Town. Carol is also watching from South Africa, based in East Rand. And Elton is also watching from Zimbabwe. Thank you so much. Precious is also watching from Malawi. Thank you. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. So in case you are wondering how am I going to be part of the people who win some of the gear that I'm going to be giving, I'll start giving away on Saturday. You just join any of my classes. All right, so let me see if this computer is connected to the internet. Yeah, so to join any of my classes, just go to, let me just zoom this part a little bit. Just go to ufc.unifyinventive.net. All right, it's asking me for login. So just go in here. You'll find all my classes are here. We got a promotion that is running for 50%. And these are the classes that are available. So we have how to shoot. We're gonna do that in DSLR cinematic filmmaking, how to edit, how to color grade, how to shoot music video. This is what we're gonna be looking at today. How to shoot wedding videos and the business side of videography. This course is really hot, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. So if you have any questions with regards to music videos, whether it's to do with cameras, camera settings, just be putting those questions in the comments. I'm going to start looking at them. All right, so I have shot a couple of music videos. I just want to show you a few here. There's this video for Kulichana featuring Casper Nyovest. I'm the one who did that video. It's an awesome video, And I've done some of the videos that you might have seen on your screen. I've done this video for Nox. It's a music video as well for Nox and Tifa. It's a pretty nice music video. I've done quite a lot. I've done another music video that I want to show you. I just want to quickly show you some of the videos that I've done. There's this one for Nox featuring DJ Tira. This is the video. Pretty clean video. That is the DJ who makes Mr. Casper Nyovest's video. DJ Tira's video, music, I mean. Quite nice stuff. There's another video featuring Mr. Brown. This video is also for Nox. Nice video as well. These are videos that have been playing on your big screen on Trace TV. They've been playing, they've been there, you know. I have done another music video. As people are joining, I just want to show you some of the videos that I've done. I've done another music video, Nox featuring Jema, you know, awesome music video. And today I'm just going to be showing you how to, you know, come up with the scripts, how to direct and stuff like that for music videos. All right, I'll show you another video. This is Pombi's music video, Freeman. This video, it was a lot of fun filming it. It's a nice video. You can watch it on YouTube. All these videos, by the way, they are all on YouTube. All right, nice music video there. I'm going to be sharing some tips and techniques, how I managed to achieve some of these images with small cameras, not really like RAID cameras and stuff like that. All right, we have this other popular music video. This one is called Unovuma. It's Freeman featuring Nox as well. Again, it's a nice music video, directed by me, shot by me, edited by me, scripted by me, everything by me. So I'm going to be sharing some of the tips, how I managed to do that, you know. So there's a lot. There's even another video that I shot. This one was a gospel music video. I'm just trying to show you some of the moods, some of the different color grading, and some of the that I've been able to make in music videography. All right, so this is another music video. This one I actually shot it at my backyard during COVID. It wasn't really like a big video, but it's an awesome video with a nice storyline. And you can even see already I have camera movements going on there, my camera shots and stuff like that. So those are the things that I'm gonna try to highlight to you in today's broadcast. So if you have any questions with regards to music videos, please ask. My question is, how do you put subtitles on your live showing before you even finish the sentence? It is auto-generated. It's auto-generated, so you can actually switch them off on your device or enable them. So it's not really me. They are by default, they are selected, but you can switch them off. Okay, I will not be able to join on Saturday, and this one is gonna win something actually. How do you approach the creative process when planning a new music video or film project? All right, I'm gonna highlight those items. And the first thing that I want us to look at today, it is what camera gear do you need for music videos? All right, so the tools that you use also contribute to how good the music video is going to look. When it comes to the tools that you need, you don't actually really start buying all these things beforehand. You know, even myself, I have so many equipment, different cameras, but it's not all the time that I use the things that I have. Certain music videos, you know, music videos, they can be fun. You can just create a music video for entertainment. You can just create a music video that has got a certain education part in it. You can create a music video that has got a short story in it, you know. So there's always different types of music video. So when an artist brings a music for you, a song to you to say, I want to shoot this music video, I want to shoot this video, the first thing you have to ask them is, or the first thing that you need to analyze on that music is this music video just some sort of entertainment? There will be no storyline, it's just people dancing, or this music video has got some part of, maybe the artist is trying to educate some people, so how do we educate people using this music video? Or maybe it is just a music video that it is a filmic, like, you know, there is a story that is like a film, and then you have to incorporate that story in that music video. So you have to understand all those elements. So what I can advise you, if you're into music videos, don't just rush to go on set and, oh no, we're gonna shoot. You need to really have time to go through the music. You need to have time to come up with a script. You have to know the way the whole music video is going to come out even before you go on set. That way you even gonna know what kind of camera you need, what kind of gimbal, if there will be any, if you're gonna need a drone, what kind of a drone will you need, if you're gonna need extras, and those are stuff that we're gonna be looking at today. So don't just, oh no, you're going to shoot a music video and then you start figuring out everything while you're on set. That is an amateur way of doing things. All right, so we're gonna look at let's start with the cameras that you're gonna need for music videos. All right, and like I said, today I'm just gonna dive into the course itself. I'll play a video from the course itself where I'm talking about the cameras that you can need for music videos, and then you'll be there. I'll be looking at your questions and be answering them as they are bringing. Once that topic is finished, then I'll come back again now, like I answer all the questions. So let's see what we're gonna start with.
For music videos.
Oh my God, what have I done now?
Are fun, entertaining, educational, and I categorize them as short
all right,
films.
so
music videos are fun,
let's start with the first
educational, and I
video.
categorize them as short films in some cases. Let's go through the equipment for music videos. Now, music videos are fun, entertaining, educational, and I categorize them as short films in some cases. Every camera and every piece of filming gear can work when it comes to music videos. Whether it's a phone, old camera, or new DSLR, anything can work when it comes to music videos. If you own or you are using a red cinema camera, for example, but the artist is singing about old times they used to take videos with a smartphone, using a smartphone to take those old time memories the artist is singing about would be more artistic and meaningful than to use a latest red weapon cinema camera to shoot a memory that happened a long time ago. I hope you get my understanding there. So the kind of gear you need will depend on the kind of music video you are doing and the artistry involved. Basically, you will need a camera, a lens, a stabilizer, some lights, and a drone. Again, even if you have all this equipment, you won't be needing them all the time. So it will always go with the kind of music videos you are getting. Sometimes the nature or concept of the video is handheld, so no need for a stabilizer. Or it is just an indoor video shoot, so no need for a drone. Or it's just an outdoor video, so no need for the lights, and so on. But it's good that you have all of them. Maybe not immediately. As time goes by, try to get everything so that even if you're not using all of them at once, it will be there when you need it. If you can't get even a single one of them, you can start by hiring from other people who already have. We shall talk about this later in the course. All right. So that is the equipment part. Most people ask me to say, what kind of equipment do you need? So when it comes to music video, like I was explaining, any camera it can shoot. When it comes to music video, I'm gonna get into the specific settings that you need to look for in that camera. There isn't really like, oh, this is a good camera to shoot music video, or this is not a good camera to shoot music video. But any camera, it depends on the story itself. There are some videos that are set to happen in the past. So for me, as a creative, if I want to bring to the screen a certain nostalgia that this video was happening in the past, instead of me to use a latest camera like this, one of these latest camera, I would prefer to use a camera, a camcorder that depicts that it was being done in the old. So it is dependent on the story of the video that you are trying to create. So that's why I was saying that before you actually really go out on set and start filming, you need to get your story in line. You need to get the whole concept of the video with you. I'm going to show you how to do that in the later videos. So that is about the camera. So if you're asking, you are still asking, what kind of a camera do I need for a music video? It depends what type of music video that you are trying to do. You know, what is the creative process that is involved in that video? Sometimes during COVID, people were making videos using their smartphones because they were just trying to depict that we are no longer allowed to film anywhere. We are in lockdown, so we are using smartphones. So it's part of the creative process for those kind of music videos. All right, so how can I manage shooting music videos with a camera only? So the one way that with a camera only, the one way that if you mean like just having a camera only like this, the one way is to get a good camera that has got good in-body image stabilization so that your image is not shaky. And that's why I use the Lumix GH5 because it's the best. And my style of videography is movement. There are other people who have got the style, their style is just static. You know, they don't want any kind of movement. Sometimes maybe the music video has got a high tempo and people, they are dancing and stuff like that. So you go like, follow their dances. You try to make the video look a little bit aggressive. So you can really go handheld, but the one thing that you really need to practice on is how to hold your camera without shaking. All right, so this is how I hold my camera. I lock my hands on my chest and hold, the other part holds the lens, the other part holds the camera body. So the camera is stable. I have practiced how to hold the camera steady. Some people just holding the camera, it start to shake, you know, because they haven't really practiced like how to, you know, hold the camera and make it stable. So it is easier. I have shot a lot of, even until today. It's not that every time you have a gimbal, then you have to use it. There are some shots in your story that actually really needs handheld. And especially the performance shots where the artist is singing, is moving fast. So you really want to have the camera following him at a faster pace. Because with the gimbal, remember the motors in the gimbal are the ones doing the work. Sometimes the artist will move, but the gimbal is still turning and is out of the frame. So it is dependent on the type of videograph that you are trying to do. So any shot that you put in your music video or any angle that you take, it has to be intentional. So it's not really like, I see a lot of videographers who just go, if it is a gimbal, they just go this way, this way, this way, this way, like the shots don't tell any story. That's the right way that I know this person is an amateur, or this person just really likes to see how the gimbal is doing the work. So you can actually really shoot handheld, depending on the story of the video that you are trying to create. Okay, can I shoot the whole music video at 60 frames per second, or should I go lower? Always, I'll tell you about the camera settings that you need for video, for music videos. Talk about lens. I think it's one topic that you haven't touched. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through all the accessories. So for music videos, obviously you're gonna need a camera, some form of a lens. You're gonna also need maybe a stabilizer. You're gonna need some form of lighting. That is all, and a playback speaker. All right, so what kind of camera do you really need for music videos? So I'm going to get in the course, and I'll show you what kind of cameras you need for music videos.
Are the cameras that I recommend when it comes to shooting cinematic music videos. Like I said before, when it comes to music videos, any camera can work. So let me just look at some general specifics that you need to look out for when getting a camera for music videos. I have a detailed topic to discuss about things to look out for when purchasing a camera for videos in general. So in this video, I'll just give you a few pointers for music videos in particular. You will need a camera that can shoot at least in full HD, because that is the standard resolution at the moment. But if you can afford a 4K camera, that's even better. When it comes to frame rate, the camera should also be able to shoot at 24 or 25 frames per second for performance shots, and at least 50 or 60 frames per second for slow motion shots. Things like good autofocus, good low light performance, or good color science are just really secondary when it comes to music videos. Because unlike wedding videos, when it comes to music videos, you have time to set up, you have lights, you can do retakes, and so on. In fact, most good prime lenses are manual, so no need for good autofocus in a camera. So if you are beginning and you're looking for a camera, I would recommend cameras like the Lumix GH4, the Lumix GH5, the Lumix G7, Fujifilm X-T2, Fujifilm X-T3, Blackmagic 2.5K, Blackmagic 4K, Blackmagic Pocket 4K, and Blackmagic Pocket 6K. Then Canon 77D, Canon 80D, Canon 90D, 5D Mark IV, and Sony A6000, Sony A6400, Sony A6500, and so on. Just any camera that can shoot full HD at 60 frames per second or higher is good for music videos. What you get from a camera is how you use it, the skill you have. You can have the most expensive camera, but if you don't have a skill to take advantage of that, you're going to create bad videos. Each camera will come with its pros and cons, and there is no perfect camera. I stopped using Canon cameras because they have weird reds in the skin tone despite having good autofocus. And since I shoot with manual lenses, autofocus isn't a thing to me, but for you, it can be a big deal. I also stopped using Sony cameras because they have these greenish, yellowish color casts despite having good low light performance. At the end of the day, it is your skill that matters, not the camera, because a camera is just a tool that comes at the very end of artistry you are trying to create.
All right, so that is the type of cameras that you're gonna need. All right, so there isn't really like a perfect camera. It is just really how you use it. Okay, so if you have any questions in terms of cameras that you need for music videos, you can just ask, and that is to do with a camera. And another add-on, another one thing that you can really to take into consideration if you are picking up a camera for, if you are coming up with the equipment that you're gonna use, one thing that you also need to pay attention to is the lenses, right? So the lenses that you're gonna need, it also goes with the kind of storytelling you are trying to create. If you're gonna need a lot of wide scenery, you need to have a wide lens like the Tokina 11 to 16 millimeter, or any wide lens that you might have. But maybe sometimes you're going to shoot a lot of performance shots that are medium shots. You can take lenses like this 42mm. And the lens that I recommend a lot, especially if for you as a beginner, is the Nifty 50. You know, the 50mm f1.8, it has got a nice bokeh. But let's go through the lenses that you're going to need for music videos. When it comes to lenses, I recommend 3 lenses. A wide lens between 15 and 35mm, then a standard or medium range between 50 and 70mm, then lastly a medium telephoto 70 to 150 or 70 to 200mm, somewhere there. But one thing that can affect focal length or the range of the length is the camera's crop sensor factor. So check your camera's sensor if it has a crop factor or it's a full frame. Be aware of the f-stop when you are getting lenses. Make sure you get the lenses that have a lower f-stop number between f1.2 and f2.8 for that shallow depth of field. Lastly, in your collection of lenses, make sure you have some prime lenses too, because they have the best quality when it comes to quality more than zoom lenses. Whilst zoom lenses have a certain flexibility when you are using them, so whatever works for you. Alright, so those are the lenses that you're gonna need for music videos. And I want to stress one thing, alright? When it comes to lenses, there's like 3 types of lenses. There's zoom lenses, like this one here, the Sigma 18 to 35. 18 to 35, that is the focal range. So I can change the focal range from 18 to 35mm. And then we have prime lenses, right? Prime lenses like this. This is the Lumix 42.5 f1.2. This, it has got a fix. You can't change the zoom. You can't zoom on this lens. The range is fixed, right? And then we've got anamorphic lenses. I don't know if I have anamorphic lenses. All right. Then we have anamorphic lenses. So with anamorphic lenses, what they do is they squeeze your image. They squeeze your image horizontally, and it allows you to shoot twice. It allows you to see more from what the actual sensor can see, right? So when you are choosing your lenses for music video, number one, it also goes with the story, what kind of shots you are planning to take. But one thing that I can really emphasize on when you are getting your lenses, make sure they have lower f-stop number. Like all my lenses, you can see this lens is 1.2. The f-stop number is 1.2. So it creates this nice background blur, which makes your videos look cinematic, right? All my lenses, this is f1.2. Then I have the Sigma f1.8. The one that I'm filming on now is T1.5. So make sure you get the lenses that have got a lower f-stop number. It helps to get a cleaner image. They are good in low light. Your camera doesn't really have noise, especially if you're using like small cameras like the Canon 70D. You need to get good lenses. It's very important. All right, so if you have any questions on lenses, let me know. The other one here is saying, can you please talk about Blackmagic 6K? What do you want me to talk about it? It's just a camera, you know. It is just a camera, just like the Lumix. So each and every camera has got a texture of video. You know, mostly Hollywood, they use red cinema camera because the texture of the video just looks like it is a video. It's not like a DSLR look. So for me, when it comes to music videos, I really recommend cameras like the Lumix GH4 because those are cameras that are video first, and though it has got capabilities to take pictures, but they are video first, even the video texture. That's why I use Lumix most of the time. Even though I have Sony a7S Mark III, Canon R5, I still use mostly the Lumix GH5 because I like the video texture. All right, so Blackmagic has got its own video texture. So when you are coming up with a script for your music video, I even said you have to come up with how the look of the music video you are trying to create, right? So this is something that you need to discuss with the artist, or something that you need to come up with according to how you can hear the song. Like there's a song that I shot for Knox. Let me just bring it here so that you can see what I'm trying to explain. There's a song that I shot for Knox. The concept of this song was that it should look like it was taking place in the village, right? You can see this is the song that I'm talking about. So the concept was it should look like it was taking place in the village, and I had to pick the lenses, I had to pick the camera that could give me this sort of a look beforehand, before I even go out and shoot. So I look at, okay, what I'm trying to create is something like this. What are the tools, what lenses can come closer to the look that I want? What camera am I gonna use? Because some of the cameras, they just really look like it is a DSLR when you use them. You know, like some of the music videos that I shot with a 5D Mark III when I started, I didn't like the look. The picture is perfect, it's clean, it's sharp, everything is perfect, but just the video texture, it doesn't really look like it is some sort of a professional video-ish look. So the Blackmagic, the Blackmagic, it has got this filmic look. The Lumix GH5, Lumix cameras, they've got this video-ish texture that is not cinematic, that is not also looking like photos. And cameras like the Fujifilm, same category, but these other cameras like the Sony, the Canon, unless you go to the cinema line like the Sony FX3, those they've got like really nice video texture. But it is not a trend smash. Even if you have a Canon like the 90D, you can actually shoot everything, and in editing, you can manipulate the footage and make it look video-ish using plugins like Film Convert, where you take the picture and convert it to a filmic look. So if you want to know more about that, I think I have a video in color grading course. I explained how I changed my videos to look like it was shot on the cinema camera. You know, that is the reason why most of my videos, they win awards, even though other people, they shoot with high-end cameras, because my picture is also competitive. It also looks like it was shot on the cinema camera. So you just need to be creative around that. All right, so let's go to another topic. Is Mic 2 camera good for music video? Perfectly fine, very good for music video. I have been having a challenge focusing on shooting. What method can you advise me to use for focusing? All right, so in my course, DSLR Cinematic Filmmaking, I have shared 10 tips on how to nail focus all the time. You know, most of the time I use prime lenses. Most prime lenses don't even have capabilities of autofocus. So the first tip is maintaining the distance, where if this is the subject and this is your camera, as the subject is moving, you maintain the distance between the subject. So you set your focus point on the camera. If the subject is moving towards you, you move as well. If the subject is moving away, you move, maintaining the distance. That is tip number one. Tip number two is knowing your lenses. You know, sometimes, you know, and this is very important, especially when it comes to lenses, you know. So when you are doing manual lenses, mostly I do manual. I focus manually, right? You can see I have a focus motor here that I control manually. So I know when the subject is coming towards me, I should know which side of the lens I should turn my focus ring to in order for me to keep focus. So that is something that you need to experiment with, you need to get used to. So I have been in a situation where if the subject is coming to me, instead of pulling focus in the right direction, I make it out of focus because I don't quite understand the lens, right? So you have to, the second tip that I can give for you now is you have to understand the lens, you have to practice pulling focus manually with your hand. All right. So there are other tips that I have shared there in the DSLR Cinematic Filmmaking, like 10 of them. Okay. So can Canon 1200D shoot music videos with lens 18 to 55 millimeter? Yes, it can shoot it can shoot, but you have to be very creative in terms of lighting, because the 18 to 55 millimeter, I believe it is f3.5 to f5. So it is not really like a faster lens. So if you're gonna use that lens, you have to make sure you understand when is the best time you can capture a good imagery. Yesterday I was showing, I was giving an example of the clips that I was shooting, one during the day and one during blue hour. So you have to be just really creative around lighting. All right, so another thing that you will really need that will change your videography level is stabilizers. So I'm gonna go to the stabilizers. There are so many stabilizers that you can choose from for your music videos. The first one doesn't cost anything, just using your hands. You can create unique shots just using handheld. You can even pair it with a small rig for more stability and good grip, or go for an even nicer rig if you have some cash. Next, let us look at tripods. Wait. A tripod for music videos? Yes, but not really necessary. It's good that you just have a tripod in your bag. There is a music video that I once did where the guy was trying to propose a girl, but it was hard to get her attention until he went to a TV station so that he can broadcast how much he wants her. And guess what? I had to use a tripod for that scene. So sometimes even a tripod can become useful on a music video. The other cheaper options are glide cams. A glide cam will make your footage naturally smooth, and it's actually my favorite. It takes a lot of time to master it perfectly, but once you get a hang of it, it's bread and butter. It's not really the perfect choice when you are starting, and not as smooth as electronic gimbals. If you are just starting, I recommend a motorized gimbal like the Ronin S, Ronin M, Feiyutech AK4000, Zhiyun Crane, Nebula 4200, Manfrotto 3-axis gimbal, and many others. Just get whatever fits within your budget. They are the smoothest as far as stabilization goes and are much easier to use than glide cams. My biggest recommendations are the Ronins from DJI. Other stabilizers like the Steadicam are for big rigs, big cameras, so if you are just starting, don't bother yourself much about such kind of stuff. All right, so that is when it comes to stabilization. So you need something like this, at least a Ronin. You know, there are a lot of stabilizers these days are very cheap. By the way, this one also is up for giveaway. I'm gonna give away this stabilizer to 2 people because it's coming with the Ronin cage. I'm gonna remove the Ronin cage and give to someone else, and the gimbal I'm gonna give it to someone else. All right, but nowadays I think this is the cheapest you can get, or the Ronin S in the background. When you are shooting music video, at least for also even the artist to feel like their music video is really happening, at least have some form of stabilization. But it all goes with the concept of your video, by the way, but it's always really good to have some form of stabilization in your videos. All right, we are still at the equipment for music video. So I have my brother here who was asking, what if this is when you are starting and you just have one lens? All right, so even myself, I have many lenses, but mostly when I'm shooting, I don't even like swap lenses mostly, because I always have like a lens that can do it all, right? Swapping lenses time and again, it's also a waste of time. So for me, on my Lumix GH5, I use the Sigma 18 to 35. So I think for me, this is a really all-round range for me. I can shoot some wide shots at 18 millimeter. I can shoot a little bit closer at 36 millimeter. So yeah, you can actually just really use one lens for the whole video. You just have to study the type of the story you are trying to tell. We're gonna get to the story soon, and then you're gonna see a lot more. I have to win that. That is Mr. Phineas. Good luck. I think you are already one of my students. If you are already one of my students, then you are down to win anything. How do you verify your new clients if they are legit clients? Because they pay, you know, clients pay. Yeah, my film school, I don't really believe in giving such kind of information for free. You can see I'm playing videos from the courses themselves. So if I just put that information out for free, people will not really even take serious. So anytime someone is enrolling in my class, I have a record of them. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next tool that you might really need for music video that can be a game changer. If you have questions, as these videos are playing, I'm also looking at your questions because I feel like I don't answer most of your questions. Okay. Let's go to the gimbals. When it comes to drones, I haven't used any other drone apart from DJI drones. You can start with the Mavic Mini, which shoots at 2.7K, then Mavic Pro Platinum, Phantom 4, and so on. They will be handy for shooting aerial, establishing shots, and aerial videography. All right, so when it comes to the drones, I don't really recommend any other brand of drones apart from the DJI drones. So you can get any cheaper drone that you can afford because I think the sensors in most drones are almost the same, right? So you can start, if your budget allows you to get the DJI Mini, you can get it. But the drone that I really recommend is the for me, I like the Phantom 4 because it has got a bigger sensor, but the drone that I recommend for everyone is the Mavic Pro Platinum or the Mavic Air because it is lighter, so you can film in most areas because, you know, there is restrictions of drone in most areas. They can allow drones that weigh a certain kilograms, you see. So drones like the Mavic Air or the Mavic Pro Platinum, they are mostly allowed in many areas, but for me, I like the DJI Phantom 4 or Phantom 4 Plus or Phantom 4 Advanced because I like the picture quality. All right, so that is all about the drone. If you have any questions, you can ask, but it is not really a must. You know, sometimes you will not really, that's why I always say to most videographers that even if you say, no, I really want a drone, if every video you shoot there's a drone, it becomes boring. Also, it also kind of like affects your creativity. So most of the videos that I have shot recently, there isn't even a drone there. So these are some of the equipment that you can just hire. You know, if you charge, like, let's say for example you are charging 6,000, you can just use 1,000 from that 6,000. If the artist wants a drone, go and hire a drone, you shoot, and then you continue like that. So, but it is good that you have also a drone. It really makes videos have a certain production value. All right, I want to make a video of Jesus Christ. I will be Jesus. That is Mr. Panado, Mr. Panado. Yeah, we should make that video. Where exactly are you located? I want to learn how to film professionally. I have a 4000D Canon. Is it good for a start? It is very much good. It is very much good. I'm located in Potchefstroom, actually, in Northwest. But I have classes that are online. These things that I'm showing you now, it is my course online. It is a full course that goes from the beginning to the top, right? So today I'm just going to be showing you some of those things that I feel like they are really important. If you want to learn the rest, you can just buy the class. Music video now is at, it's less than 500 Rand. Less than 500 Rand. You can download the courses. There is even softwares there. There is even how to color grade music videos. Everything is there. So if you want to learn more, just get that course. It's just less than 500. All right. So the last thing, the last very important now for your videos, for the videos that, for music videos, is lighting. All right. So let's look at the lighting. When it comes to lighting, you will need some lights as well, and I recommend LED, which are battery powered, bright and dimmable. How many? 3 will be ideal, but even 2 or 1 is okay. You will need to get some gels as well with different colors, as well as some lights that can be used as practical lights. My favorites are these tube lights. They help me to modify the look of the scene quite easily. Lastly, for a music video, you need a playback speaker that can work with Bluetooth, and it should be small but loud, and the battery should last forever. I recommend JBL speakers because they have never disappointed me and they are just the best choice. Good sound, good battery life, and so on. Like I said, I have done a full topic in the main course just on some of these things that I have mentioned, where I go even deeper. And that's all about gear you will need to start shooting cinematic music videos. I'll see you in the next video. For now, peace.
All right, so that is lighting. So whenever you are creating music videos, make sure you have some form of decorative lighting, especially what you call this practical lighting. So practical lighting are simply the lights that you can see in your shot. Like right now you can see those lights you are seeing in the background. Those are just really practical lights, and I've just really put there for decoration. And the music videos, practical lights are so important. You can get, sometimes you can even get a cheaper light like this one, right? Just something that you can put in the background. This light actually changes colors, man. It's a very nice light. And this light is like, how much? I think it is like, I bought these lights 800 each. So this one is a RGB light. It can change colors. Very good light. You can change red, you can change green, you can change blue. So for music videos, you will need accessories like some of this stuff. You can just put this thing in the background and you are really good to go. All right. So that is about lighting. So you need to have good lighting. Right now I'm using this umbrella lighting for lighting the faces of the subjects, but I'm going to show you exactly how to set up lighting for music video later in this broadcast. But lighting is one of the equipment that you really need to get. All right, videography versus photography, profit-wise, which one do you advise us to put more time in? For me, I think videography has got more profit. I used to do photograph before I started, but with photograph, you find people, they only pay maybe up to 2,000, you know. Like per session, I used to charge 600 per hour. But with videography, I charge 1,500 per hour. So videography has got a lot of money, but it depends what you're actually really passionate to do. And if you want to really learn more about this, you should get my course, Videography Business. I explain more about such kind of stuff, how to make money in videography, how to get clients, you know, and stuff like that. All right, for key lights, what is your recommendation? For key lights, I recommend, all right, so it depends on your budget as well, because there's different types of lighting. Like there is this light over here. Let me just see if I can get it. I like to teach practical, you know, I don't like to teach things that I cannot show people. All right, so for key light, it depends. It also depends. Sometimes you can have a scene of like a group of people, like maybe there are 10 in the frame. So you need like a powerful key light. So you can get some of these, what you call, you can get some of these. Let me just get it. Just 1 minute. All right. The one that I'm using right now, and the one that I use mostly for key lighting, is this. I bought this. Sorry, I bought these ones like 3,000 each. These are the ones that are lighting me now. So this one is, what is the name? I don't even know the name, but this is the light that I'm using. So for key light, you need something that is powerful. This one is 300 watts, but there are others that are like 150 watts. There are others which are like 200 watts, but I like these ones more because they can go really bright and you can control them with a remote. All right. So this is one of the lights that I can recommend. Of course, depends on your budget. But if you're gonna be filming, like maybe just one artist in one room, a small light like this can also work. This is an LED light. There isn't really much to it, but it can go super bright, and it is very soft on the skin. You can see, and it's also by color. You can change the color temperature. It's daylight, and they are also like tungsten. So when it comes to lighting, it really depends with what kind of the scene you have. If it is like a scene of many people, you need like a high wattage lamp. And I have 2 lights on Saturday. I'm gonna give these 2 to one person, any of my students who was enrolled. All right. Let's go. I have a Canon 5D Mark II. Can it shoot music video? Perfectly so. It can shoot music videos nice. And then, is Canon 5D Mark II good for music video? It's really good. It's really good because it shoots in HD. So any camera that can shoot HD right now, if that is what you can afford, it can work on music video, because we are still consuming mostly in HD. Even though 4K is popular, 4K doesn't mean quality. I always say this. 4K and HD, there isn't really difference in quality. There's just difference in size of the pixels, right? So yeah, it can do. What other question? Recommended speed light for photography. Today I'm just really focused on videography, so maybe I'll create a session where I'm going to talk about photography. All right. For key lights, what is your recommendation? I answered this one. Okay, so that is the equipment part, right? That is the equipment part that you need for music videos. So let's come to something else. Creating a video treatment. Now, this is where I see a lot of, especially the upcoming ones, don't really know how to come up with a concept for a music video, and also how to create a treatment. This is very important. So I'm just going to jump all these other items here and come to, let's start with pre-communications that you need to do with the artist. The pre-communications with the artist or whoever is booking you for the music video shoot is very important, and here is a few things that you need to ask from the artist or from the client. When I get booked to shoot a music video, the first thing I ask the artist is to send me the audio track or the music track. Then I listen to it over and over, and after that I'll ask them if they have ideas of how they want the video to be done. What do they want it to look like? I also ask for the links of the videos that they love so that I can get an idea of what they like. I even ask them what color grading or what look they love for music videos, who inspires them. Such kind of questions so that I can really get to know them. After that, I will watch 5 to 10 music videos in the same genre. If it's a love song, I will watch at least 5 love music videos to get more ideas of how other videographers are doing or are shooting love songs and color grade them. After I feel like I have gathered all the information that I need, it is now time to create a script and a treatment for that particular music videos. Some other artists may come with their own script, so I'll just be the director of photography on that shoot and try to be on the same page with them. You know, just try to understand the script and where they are going. But most artists actually love it if I'm the one who creates the script and all the treatment of that particular video. So without wasting time, let's get to it. Let's start with creating a script. All right. So whenever an artist sends you a song and you are the one who is going to direct it, make sure you listen to the song as many times as you can. You have to be in the tune. You have to be at the same tempo of the song. And one thing that I think a lot of videographers are always scared to do is to look at other people's videos, you know. So if I get a music video, it's a romantic music video, anytime, even though I'm a seasoned videographer for music videos, I still go and watch other people's romantic music videos. I just see how they shot them, what kind of angles they used. You can learn 1 or 2 things. That is a very important thing to do. So if you have any questions, let me know. Apart from Lumix, what other camera brands with good stabilizers? I think Sony has caught up with good stabilization.
but I haven't really looked at stabilization in other cameras. But one thing I know is Sony, especially the Sony a7S Mark III, has got a really good stabilization. Even some Canon camera, but mostly it's electronic stabilization, not Lumix, which has got a sensor shift stabilization. With Lumix, the sensor is the one that actually moves, but with most other cameras, it is really just electronic stabilization. So I haven't really checked which other brands have got really good stabilization, but Sony is the closest, then Canon. All right. Lee just says tuned in. What about Canon? What about 650D with 50mm lens? That is a good combo. That is a really good combo for music videos. The 50mm f1.8 is really fast and it creates nice bokeh and it's very cheap. Paired it with a camera like 650D, it's a best combo. All right. Then let's continue with coming up with a treatment for your video. So I'm just going through the music video course, and if you are interested to get this course, this is what you will actually be learning. Okay.
Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to look at how to create a treatment for a music video, the whole process from the beginning to the end and everything in between. When I'm creating a treatment for a music video, there are 8 things that must be clear. These are the look or grading, the storyline of the video, locations, wardrobe, extras, and the gear that you're going to use. The first one on the video treatment is the look or color grading of the video, how it will look after it's done. Even though this is the last part of production, how the video will look when it's done is the first thing to consider on the treatment of the script. You need to have something that you are working with the whole time. All your decisions that you will make in the video should complement the look or the color grading you are going for. If you don't know how the look of the video should be, how are you going to know the colors your artist should put on? The lighting, the location. So all these things come in to support the look of the video you are going for. So how do you come up with the look, or how do you come up with the grading with the video that you haven't seen? It is through watching other videos of the same genre, as well as based on the ideas of the artist. What kind of videos do they like, or how they want me to do their videos? For example, here is a music video I did. It is a party video, but the concept was it should be in the old times around 70s and 80s. So I came up with a vintage look and it influenced everything. Our locations, vintage wardrobes, and stuff like that. The second item on the treatment is the storyline, if the video needs to have one. This is a short film that explains what the song is all about. What are you trying to achieve with that video? Is it an educational video? Is it a heartbreak? So you come up with a storyline through the guidance of the song itself. The question is, how do I come up with the storyline for the music video? This is where I see chaos. Most videographers really go Oompa Loompa when it comes to the storyline of their music videos. Like, you can't really tell exactly what the story is about, but it is there. They make it so complicated that you cannot follow it up. You just see people dancing and the storyline is there, but you can't follow it up. Now, coming up with the storyline of the music video is very easy because first of all, the story is already there in the song. You just need to come up with a way of telling it. Make it as simple as you can. Let people know what the song is all about, even without listening to the music itself. For example, I did a song called Pombi by a Zimbabwean artist, and I asked the artist what is the meaning of the song, and he said in his language Pombi means something that is wow when you see it. So I came with a list of the things which are like wow when people look at them, and I narrowed the list to 2 things: cars and women. When you see a really nice car, you go like wow. Or when you see a beautiful woman with serious bad ass factor pass by guys, they will go like wow. So I decided to go with the woman. Here is how simple the storyline of the video is. She is walking and guys go crazy when they see her. Simple as that. When she posts a picture on Instagram, guys go crazy.
when she enters a club, guys go crazy and their women fight them. The story is very simple and straight to the point, fun and entertaining. By the way, this video actually won Best Video of the Year 2022. The third item on the video treatment is locations. What locations will best match the story? Come up with a list of suggested locations. Find out if it is allowed to shoot in those locations and what are the limitations. Find out if you need to pay for those locations and discuss it with the producer, which in most cases will be the artist himself. Find out how easy it will be to get to those locations and stuff of that nature. The best thing to do is location scouting. Physically go there if you can and see what it looks like, the lighting at different times of the day and stuff like that. Moving on to number 4 is wardrobe. What should the artist put on? What colors do you think will match the look of the video and blend nicely with the locations? Don't let the artist come up with a random wardrobe. Tell them what they should look for, and I don't go lightly on this one. For example, I did a video which I said to be in the past. Like I said, I wanted it to look vintage, so the artists couldn't find vintage clothes on the market. Guess what? I told them, look for a tailor to make you vintage outfits. It added more to a video and the look I was going for. Another example is this video that I said to be in the village. The village girls had to dress in this costume specifically to match the theme of the environment. I had to go myself personally and choose the outfits for them. Try to come up with outfits that will suit the locations and the vibe of the song, or outfits that match to create a theme. Last example is this video. I made sure that it's only white in different locations but the same song, so that it has some sort of a theme. Alright, moving on to number 5 on the list is props. Props are movable items that can be seen in the video to support the story. It can be a car, a motorbike, wine glass, a yacht, etc. And you need to write them clearly in your video treatment so that you know exactly what you are going to work with. In this video, you can see the lady is carrying an old radio. That is a prop. In this one, you can see the ladies are carrying traditional plates. This one is carrying a traditional pot. You can see the car coming to stop for them, and all these are props. You can see from these examples how wardrobe and props work hand in hand. It just really adds value to the story that you are trying to tell. So be specific on the props. Check them out before shooting. If they change, make sure you update your treatment. Try to find something that will work in advance. Next up on the list is extras. These are extra people that may be needed to make the scene look authentic. For example, in this video, you can see all these people dancing, chilling. Already you can tell this is a party, but all these people are simply extras. The song is focused on him with this girl at the party. Another example is in this video. All these people are just extras to make the scene look authentic. So in your treatment, state an estimate of extra people you may need. What will they be putting on and what will they be doing? Sometimes it might not be a lot of people, maybe just one extra person to make the scene look authentic. Like in this video, I just added this extra old man just to show it's a normal village with other people. Moving on to the last one on the list is gear, which is all the equipment that you need to shoot that particular video apart from the one that you already have. Will you need an extra gear? Will you need a drone? What type of camera will you need? A different camera maybe? What lenses will be suitable? What stabilizers will work the best? Are you going to need a smoke machine? Make sure you go through the gear that you will need to avoid carrying lots of gear that you may not even use, or leave gear behind that you may need. And that is another problem when it comes to music videos. The gear you have will not always work, or else you end up creating videos that look alike or that look the same. So there will be some extra stuff that you may really need on a particular video to authenticate the story. Sometimes maybe instead of your latest GH5, you might need something like a camcorder just to make the story look real. I'm sure you're getting the point. So this is the treatment part. In the next video, let's look at the script. All these people that you are trying to bring into the video. what will they be doing? What should the artist do in the
so
video? They
that
need
is
to
how
know, and
you
they
come
can
up
only know
with
through a script.
the script.
I'll see you
with
in the next
treatment.
video. This is
Okay, so those are the things that I've discussed, very important. You have to know what will be the artist wearing, where is the video going to be taking place. You have to have an idea where that video is going to be shot in and how it's going to look with regards to the story that you are trying to create. All right, so Sandiso is asking here, certainly, how do you usually set up your rates for music video production? Is your pricing primarily focused on your production services, such as shooting and editing, or do you also incorporate costs related to props and location into your costs? All right, so for me, this is how I charge when it comes to music videos. The money that I charge, sometimes you have to discuss this with the artists, and I think I've already talked about it in the video, right? So you need to ask the artist whether they are coming with their own script, or you are the one who is going to create the script for them. And on the script, after you have created the script, how you visualize the song to be, you send that script, and then you have to discuss with them whether you are the one who is going to get everything in that script, or the artist is going to get the script, or the production manager is going to get everything that is needed for the song. So if they say, no, me, I'll just pay, do everything, then you incorporate everything in the quotation that you send to them. So if the place needs to be paid for, you get the quotation from the place where you're going to pay. If it is 2,000, you indicate there on the quotation that the place is going to cost like this, the vehicles is going to cost like this, the models is going to cost like this, and the artist has to pay all that money beforehand, maybe a week or some few days before the shoot, so that you can sort out everybody. You should avoid a situation whereby the artist told you to bring everybody that he's going to pay, and after the shoot, the artist doesn't want to pay. So it is you now who is paying. So mostly what I do myself is I ask them, should I look for these things? And what I do is I just get contacts and send to the artist. Let's say, for example, the venue, I'll just get the contact for the venue and send to the artist, so that the artist can sort out the venue people or the models, and I just get all the contacts and give to him if he wants to do it himself. But there are other bigger artists that they are not really interested to talk about this. Maybe their managers or anybody can do that on their behalf, but they will just say, no, just give me a quotation that comprises everything. I like the script, I like your idea, so just give me the script that combines, the quotation that combines everything. And remember, music video shoots are different in terms of charges. You know, there are music videos that I queue in 1 day. There are music videos that I can queue maybe in 2 days or in 3 days. So the quotation is obviously going to be different, because for me, I charge per hour. You know, so per hour I charge 1.5. So in a day, we are talking about 8 hours, which is going to be like 12,000. Right? So if that video is going to go to the next day I'm not going to charge 12,000, I'm going to charge half of the day. So if today we finish the whole day and tomorrow we are still going in and into another day, I'm going to charge half of the original day. So they're going to be adding 6,000 on top. So if the video end up lasting 3 days, I'm going to charge 12,000 for the first day, the second day 6,000, the other day 6,000, which is 24,000. That is just an example. And other logistics like movement, what people are going to eat, and some refreshments, meals, and accommodation, all those ones are with the producer themselves. The one who is producing, in most cases, is the artist. So that is how I treat pricing. All right, what is the best software I can use to edit videos? Premiere Pro, depending on the system that you have, I recommend Premiere Pro because it is user-friendly. And then for those who are like pro level, you can use DaVinci Resolve or Final Cut. All right, the reason why I like Premiere Pro is you can actually install it in all types of computer. You can install it in Macintosh, you can install it in iMac, you can install it in Windows. But if you have iMac and you like to use a software like Final Cut there is no version for Windows. But you can also install DaVinci Resolve on iMac and Windows computer. But if you are just beginning, I recommend Adobe Premiere Pro because it has got a lot of plugins, and you can connect it with other Adobe products like After Effects. If you want to change the eyes of a person in your video, you don't have to really like close the project and take that footage to another software, then you do the effects, then bring it. You can just really do it in Adobe Premiere Pro by just linking the two softwares together. So whatever that you do in After Effects is already updating in Adobe Premiere Pro. So that is my biggest recommendation. And if you want to know how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, I have a full course, 3 hours, just talking about Adobe Pro from the beginning, from how you install, what kind of computer requirements, the interface, how to add effects, how to mix sound. I have a full course on that. All right, I shoot my videos using Nikon 7200, and every video I took, it will be grayish and not colorful, and my skill in color grading is not good. What is it that I must do to improve? All right, so that's what I was saying. When it comes to the cameras that you choose, I said yesterday that Nikon is more towards photography. The videos could be the picture style that you choose. Maybe try to choose another picture style like the standard. You should have time to go through your picture style, and this is one thing that most videographers don't really even want to have time with. You know, the camera that you are using, make sure you have time with it. Shoot different clips and see which one will be the best. Shoot different clips and go and preview them and see which one is the best. So with the Nikon, I know what you are exactly talking about, the grayish look, because maybe you have chosen a neutral picture style and it doesn't really have like a good video banding in terms of gathering all the especially if it's a camera that has got a mirror sensor. But there are other cameras, the Nikon ZV6, not the Nikon, the Nikon Z6, Z7, those are really good cameras. So the earlier version of Nikon that is using mirrors is not really good in terms of videography, but you just have to play with the picture styles. Okay, what lens can I use to shoot professional music video with Canon 5D Mark II? You can use the Sigma 18-35 best all-round lens, but you can also get like other Sigma lenses like the 24-70 millimeter, good all-round lens as well. And I would recommend to have a nifty 50, the 50 millimeter f1.8. It's really good. Okay. What is the best software I can use? Okay, answered. All right. So after you have come up with this, with the treatment for the video, you need now to write a script. The treatment is just really everything that you're gonna need. How you're gonna, where you're gonna shoot, the props you're gonna use, what people will be wearing, and all that kind of stuff, and the storyline of the video. Now, after you have gathered all that information, you have to create a script. Now, in the script, you actually will simply describe what each and every person is going to do in that music video. All right, so I'm gonna give you a sample script that I did for a certain music video, and let's go through the script of music videos.
Hey, what's up guys? In this video we are going to look at how to write a script for a music video from the beginning to the end and everything in between. After you are done with the treatment of the video, you know the storyline, you know how many people should be there, what kind of props and stuff like that. Writing a script is very easy. In the script, you simply describe what each person involved in that video will be doing. Things like where the performance shots should take place and how they should be done, where the storyline of the video should happen, and the roles of each individual that is involved in that story. Now, there are different ways you can do this. With me, here is how I do it when it comes to music video script. So I'm just teaching you my way, the things that I feel like makes it very simple. All right, I start by writing down how many scenes we are going to have in the whole video, what will happen in each scene, and how many takes I'll do on each scene. Now, each and every single scene contains 4 things. Number 1 is the location. Where is that scene going to happen? Number 2 is the synopsis. This is a short description of what should take place in that location, on that scene. Number 3 is performances. This is when the artist is actually singing to the song. Describe what the artist will be doing and how he should perform. Just a smaller description. And number 4 is costume. What particular costume should everyone in that scene put on? And number 5 is takes. This is where you list and describe the shots you wish to take on that particular scene. You can call it a storyboard or a short list, but for me, I just write each take. Now let me explain this whole thing in a better way. Let's go back to that same video. Here is the script that I did for that video. So we have scene number 1, then the first location is the village. And here is the synopsis of what is going to happen on that village. Tari will be with her 2 friends at a farm. On their way home, they will meet Knox, who will be driving a green Bentley. Knox meets Tari and her friends. He falls for her. He stops the car and offers Tari to carry the pot. On their way, Knox expresses how he feels about Tari. Then we have the performance. Here is what I wrote. As Knox is helping Tari with the pot, he should start singing his verse and continues to do so as they are walking away. And under that we have wardrobe. And here is what I wrote. Knox will be putting on a black jean with a camouflage top, while Tari and her friends will be putting on African traditional attire. Let's go to props. Tari will be carrying a calabash, while her 2 friends will be carrying large traditional baskets, and Knox will be driving a Bentley. So those are the props that we were going to use on that location. And then let's go to the takes. Take 1, Tari and her friends coming from the farm. And take 2, a Bentley off-roading, Knox driving. Take 3, Knox sees the girls, show the car stopping. And then take 4, Tari's friend taps her on the shoulder and points at the car. Take 5, Knox comes out of the car, approaches Tari and offers to help her with the pot. Take 6, as Knox is coming out from the car, or while talking to Tari, an old man carrying a plastic bag passes by, just to make the scene look a bit authentic. And then take 7, they all walk away while Knox is singing to Tari. Take 8, B-roll clips of livestock, Bentley, and anything interesting. And that is the end of that scene. For music videos, when you are writing a script, you should know at which part of the song a particular action will take place. Don't just come up with a script and then figure out where to put those actions in post. Just from the script alone, you should have a picture of the whole video before you even go and shoot. If there is any adjustments, you'll be able to do them on the script. And once you are done with the script, make sure each and every person that is involved in that video goes through the script at least a week before. Try to make sure that they rehearse and they know their roles properly. That way, when the time of shooting comes, everything will just move flawlessly. You'll be able to direct these people without having to guess what should happen where. You already know everything. In fact, every time I'm shooting a music video, people go like, oh, San Pedro knows what he's doing, because I have already seen the whole video visually, so I'm just trying to make it come to reality. Anyways, I can talk and talk, but that's it. I hope you have learned something. In the next video, we shall look at crew positions that you can hire, or crew positions that you may hire. Sometimes you are not really good at coming up with a script, or maybe sometimes you're not really good at directing. So you can hire all those extra people and come to help you. This is it. Peace.
All right, so that is how you write a script. It has to be detailed. You should not be guessing when you are on set to say, so what are we going to be doing now? As you are coming on set, you already know what is going to happen in that location, what everybody else is going to be putting on, so that yours is just to focus on the image itself, to make sure you have the correct settings, to make sure your angles and the movement are on point. You shouldn't be focusing and stressing on who should do what. It is very important. I know why I have taught that topic, because mostly, especially upcoming videographers, if you are a solo videographer like myself, they really just actually go to a set. They don't even know what it looks like on set. Everybody gets to be told what they should be doing, you see. So when you tell people what they should be doing on the video in advance, you should also encourage them to practice, to go through the script, let them practice, let them watch videos. If you have some supporting videos, send to them. These things looks like it's a lot of work, but it will make your work look professional. You'll be able to know what kind of video you'll be able to produce by the end of the shoot. You know, you don't have to figure out the video like how it's gonna look like when it's done. You have to know how it's gonna look like before you even go and shoot, so that if there's anything that you need to adjust, you can adjust it from there. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly look at the settings that you need to use on music videos. That is very important, and that's why I'm gonna end today's broadcast. So is Canon 80D good for videography? Super fine. I shot a lot of music videos on the Canon 80D. Super good. You know what makes really good videos? It's not really the camera. You know, it is a few things that I have described in all my courses. The composition, how you do your framing, what kind of framing, the camera angles you use, the camera movements that you use, all those things are the ones that really count. Look, like there's a music video that I shot on the Canon 80D. I shot it with a 50mm f1.8. That video is beautiful. It's really beautiful. So cameras, as long as it has the settings that I'm going to show you now, as long as it has got those settings, the rest of how the video will come out, it doesn't really depend on the camera. It depends on you who is filming. That's why I created all these courses that I'm showing you now. You know, like this is on music video, but the DSLR cinematic filmmaking, it talks more about cameras themselves. It talks about sensors. It talks about all different cameras, how to choose the cameras, and a few things that you need to look for before buying a camera and stuff like that. Camera angles, you know, composition, lighting, all those stuff, they are in the DSLR cinematic filmmaking. Most of us shoot on DSLR cameras, and to get like the best picture out of DSLR cameras, you know, DSLR on themselves, they don't really produce good videos because they are DSLR. They are photo cameras. You know, they just have capabilities of videography. So it's either you go for cinema cameras that are expensive for many of us. The only thing is DSLR that we have. That is our only choice. So you just have to know how to set it up properly, and then the rest you focus on the story, you know. So I'm just going to quickly go through the settings that you need to put when you are shooting music videos. That is very important. Then we're going to end today's broadcast with a few questions that you are asking, but I've done my best to answer a lot of questions. All right, I have been following you for a long time. I lost a wedding that I shot on April 8, 2023. I couldn't get it back because I've been using the card for more than 3 months. I couldn't get recover from the tutorial you gave us on months back on YouTube. Yesterday's class was top. All right. So if you lose data on your memory card, you can actually recover it. But you can only recover it if that memory card has not been, there's deep format. You know, when you are trying to format a stick, there is quick format. If you just formatted your card on a quick format, then you can recover your data. But if you formatted your card on deep or on deep format where it really just erases everything, you cannot recover anything. So if you've been using that card for the past 3 months, it means you have been formatting and reformatting and reformatting. So it depends what kind of formatting you have been doing. But to be honest, I can just tell you to say it will be difficult for you to recover those specific items unless you take it to the the manufacturer of the card, because the tutorial that I gave on how to recover your data is when you just formatted it unknowingly and then you recover it even before you use it. You can use it maybe 2 or 3 times, but for 3 months, that's a long time. Okay, for me, I want Plakat Konao. The most insightful live stream I've ever tuned in. That is Miss Lee. Thank you so much, Miss Lee. Thank you so much for joining us. Following Boss, we are together. Are you learning videos on YouTube?
They are on my website. I have a full courses on my website where I teach about all these items. So all these courses right now, they are all cheap actually. This one is $25, which is like 400 rands. It's not that expensive. Then we have editing, we have color grading. This is my best selling course. And this one, the videography business, where you can start making money in videography, how to make money in videography and grow your career, your brand, how to market yourself, how to get all those gigs, you know. So we have wedding videography, and today I'm just giving you tips on this course, Music Video Ultra. All right, so if you want, you can get those courses, but I also have a YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel where I have posted most of these items that I'm talking about, most of them. Okay, right now I'm live on my YouTube, so let me go to my account. All right, so this is my YouTube channel. It's called San Pedro Official. I have a lot of tutorials in this YouTube, a lot of them, how to recover cameras. I go through a lot of different stuff. So you can also subscribe on my YouTube channel and learn items for free there, but they are not organized like the way they are organized in my online classes, because here there are curriculums starting from the top all the way to the down, starting from the beginner all the way to professional level. All right. I need your WhatsApp number, please. I'm in South Africa. Okay, you can get my WhatsApp number on the page itself. I have my WhatsApp number linked on this page. I have been following for a while. Thank you so much. And Mr. Phineas says, I want practical now. The practical part is definitely something that every filmmaker must do. You know, sometimes even if I'm not going to a shoot, I can be here in the studio and just practicing some certain movements, some certain framing styles. You know, as a videographer, if you really want to become good, make sure you shoot every day. Make sure you shoot something. Not maybe necessarily every day, but don't stay too much without shooting anything and just waiting for projects. You know, practice makes perfect. You know, become perfect. You become more experienced. Some of this stuff that I teach, like how to master your lens. Like when I zoom this way, the focus is, when I focus this way, the person is coming to my side. When I focus this way, the person is going. These are things that I had to practice. You know, I'll just be filming something, maybe my daughter running around. I'll follow her with a camera and just practice. Don't be this kind of a filmmaker who gets on set and start to figure out the settings there to say, yeah, how is this looking? Or what am I going to do? Me, when I go on set, I even put my camera away. I don't even touch it. It is set from home. I already know what I'm going to do when I'm there. That's why people perceive me to be, hey, this guy is professional. I already do my homework so that on set I don't waste time. Because if you waste time trying to figure out settings, how much time are you going to remain with to direct and make sure that everything is fine? All right. How much do you charge for your class per month? The classes I don't charge per month. You just pay a one-time fee. For example, if you want to take all these courses right now, all of them, there is all access is $86, which is like 1,500 rands. But you can see once you purchase, it's a lifetime purchase. You can download all these courses to your computer and be going through them at your own time, at your own pace. Whenever you have a question, you can ask in our filmmakers group for people who have enrolled in the courses, and I'll be able to answer you. Most of the time I'm on the computer answering students, guiding them how they should do their practice and stuff like that. Sometimes they can even ask me to say, hey, Pedro, I'm on set now. This is how the view is looking. How should I set up my light? And then I'll be guiding them, you know. So it's a one-time purchase. You learn at your own pace, and I'm going to give certificates by the end of November, actually. So after you complete the course, there's a certificate of completion because you go through exercises and tasks that are inside these courses. And the best part about them is all the software you need, all the plugins you need, all the routes you need, you download them. They are already there on the course. So you get a course like Adobe Premiere Pro, how to edit videos. All the plugins that I use for editing, they are there. You just download them for free. All right. So it is really a good class. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Precious Danger.
Let me look at the last part of our live stream today, which is the best camera settings for music videos. All right. Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna go through the best settings for shooting cinematic music videos. And it doesn't matter what type of camera you are using, all these settings will work on each and every camera that you have. Sometimes the video doesn't come out as you expect, even after doing everything right. And most of the time, we failed to put the correct or right settings inside the camera. So I'm gonna go through all those kind of stuff and see what we can learn from there. There are 6 settings that you always need to double check when you are shooting music videos. These are frame rate and resolution, shutter speed, aperture, ISO, picture style, and white balance. Number 1 is frame rate and resolution. When I'm shooting music videos, there are 3 different types of shots. There's performance shots, storyline shots, and B-roll shots. For all the performance shots, I usually set frame rate at 24 frames per second. These are normal shots where the artist is singing or dancing, which will play at a normal speed. For the storyline clips, some I shoot at 24 frames per second, the ones that I want to be in the normal speed, and others that I may want to slow down in post, I usually shoot at 60 frames per second or higher. For B-roll clips and everything that I'm intending to put in slow motion, I shoot everything at 60 frames per second or higher. As for the resolution, I shoot all my videos in 4K 4096 by 2116. That's why I love the Lumix GH5, because it can do 4K at 60 frames per second. But if you have a camera that can shoot in full HD at a frame rate of 60 frames per second, you are still solid. Number 2 is the shutter speed. I always make sure to set the shutter speed at double the frame rate in order to have that natural motion blur. If I'm shooting at 24 frames per second, I will set the shutter speed at 1/48th of a second or 1/50th of a second. And number 3 is the aperture. I always set the aperture to a lower number, like between f1.2 and f2.8, to get the shallow depth of field. It makes the videos look more cinematic. And if I want everything to be in focus, especially for wide establishing shots, then I push the f-stop to a higher number, like between 16 and f22. Number 4 is the ISO, the noise man. I always make sure to shoot at a lower ISO number, between 100 and 400. At higher ISO, the image becomes grainy and noisy. So check your camera and see the highest ISO number it can shoot without introducing noise or grains in your image. Even though you can denoise the footage in post to clean the image, I still make sure to get everything clean straight out of the camera. And number 5 is the picture style. Picture style is the function in your camera that enables you to adjust the color, tone, contrast, and sharpness of your video according to your liking. This will determine the freedom which you have when it comes to color grading. When I'm using a camera that can shoot in 10-bit, like my Lumix GH5, I always use a flat profile like Vlog L, S-Log, or C-Log. When I'm using other cameras, this will give you more freedom when it comes to color grading. But if I'm using a camera that can shoot only in 8-bit color depth, I usually set the picture style to either standard or natural, so that I already have color information in the image when color grading. Since 8-bit doesn't have enough color information at 16 million colors compared to 10-bit, which has over 1 billion colors. And number 6 is white balance. This is the setting in your camera which allows you to adjust colors to match the color of the environment, the light source which you are filming under. If you're shooting indoors, it depends what kind of lighting you are using, but during daylight, at midday, I set my white balance between 5000 Kelvin and 5500 Kelvin, and at sunrise or golden hour, when the sun is a little bit orangish, I usually set my white balance between 2800 and 3000 Kelvin. If you are using colored lights as part of the process to get the look that you want, set white balance to what your eyes can see naturally, because if you are using colored lights,
everything in that room becomes that color. So if you try to correct it, you might just destroy the look that you are trying to create. Anyways, there are many other settings that you need to adjust, but they are just really secondary. These are the main settings that you must make sure they are set correctly. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video where we're going to talk about lighting for music video. Ooh, I'm so excited for that. This is it. Peace. Oh, the sound had disappeared. You know, when you're live streaming alone, there's a lot of buttons to press. So I was talking about ND filters, you know. So when you are doing your live stream, when you are shooting at lower aperture, that is what I was explaining. When you are shooting at lower aperture and the image is too bright, right? When you make your lens lower aperture, your image becomes so bright. So for you to get that same look, you need to put ND filters. So I have different ND filters here. I have this ND filter. It's a variable ND filter. So each and every lens that I have, there is an ND filter for that particular lens. So with variable ND filters, you can actually either reduce or add how bright you want it. These are just like sunglasses for your lenses. So if you're shooting at higher aperture, you want that blur, background blur, to make your videos look cinematic, you need to have an ND filter. Otherwise, you have to crank your aperture higher to f16 or f22, which will put everything in focus, and that will look like, you know, just a regular video. But if that is the look that you want, though, but if you want really your videos to look cinematic, even during daylight, ND filters is the way to go. You make sure you have these ones as well. All right. All right, so we have people who are watching. I wish I could make a call and tell you we have a sound problem. So how much are ND filters? All right, so it depends as well. Everything has got a quality. So the ones that I use myself, you know me, I use high quality stuff. You can even see the packaging where these ND filters they're coming from. So for mine, this one I picked it for 3,000. But you can find ND filters for 500, others even 300, right? They've got their own issues as well. Some ND filters, they cast a certain tint to your video, so you have to just really be careful with what ND filters you get. So for me, I'm using this one. They even told me the name, that this one is a very high ND filter. It doesn't really even have a name, but the other one that I have here is K and F concept. This one I got it for, I think, 1,500. All right, they are variable ND filters, so you just need to learn more about ND filters in my other course, DSLR cinematic filmmaking. All right. We are not hearing anything. I'm sure the sound has been restored. All right, so thank you so much. Which ND filters do you recommend? I recommend these K and F ND filters. I recommend variable ND filters because I have other ND filters that are not variable, you know, like it is dark, you can't change the light that is hitting your lens. So I recommend variable ND filters, especially these K and F. They are very cheap and affordable. There are others like Peter McKinnon ND filters, like really super expensive, but they all must do the same job. All right. Michelle says, I want to enroll in your class. How do you check the f-stops of an ND filter? They have each and every ND filters, just like the way the lens has been labeled with all these f-stop, even ND filters, they are labeled as well. Even ND filters, they are labeled as well. I just don't have a close-ups, but you can see it has got labels here which you can check. This one is from 200 to 800. So they are also labeled just like the way the lenses are labeled. All right, so maybe some of those cheaper ones are not labeled, but the ones that I've been using, they are labeled. You can also check just like the way you check with the lens. Can I ask the name of the software I can use on PC? What kind of software? For editing, I recommend Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, I spoke about why it is important, why I recommend it previously. Okay, I have learned a lot. Thank you so much, Mr. Matambo. Thank you very much. All right, so tomorrow we're gonna be looking at something else. Maybe I'm gonna dive into another course. Just leave a comment before you log out. Which of these courses should we go through tomorrow? All right, so I have 6 courses here. So just let me know in the comment section which course should we go on tomorrow, because today I was looking at music videos. Maybe we could go to this one. I'll just go through some of the other important stuff that I can teach for free, but if you want everything, you can just buy the course itself. And then we have business, videography business. This is a new course. It's powerful. If you want to know how to make money in videography, you know, if you want to, how to market yourself, how to market your videos and get a lot of clients, even how to work with celebrities. How did I get discovered myself? It's not like I was connected. I'm not connected. You know, I just really started just like anybody, but there are some things that I did that led me to be noticed even by bigger companies like Sony Music Entertainment. All those stuff I teach them in this course called Videography Business. So really great. All right, so tomorrow I can see someone here say color grading, not a problem. We can go through color grading tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be live again, 19:30, and we're going to be looking at color grading. So today we're looking at music video. I hope you have learned something. If you want to learn more, all the other stuff that you need are in the course. So today I just look at some few things that I get asked quite a lot. All right. And I can see another one here is saying wedding videography. So I have another program that we call Masterclasses. So Masterclasses, I do them privately on Zoom, and I go through everything in the course. So the only disadvantage is you don't get to download. You just really like come and learn just like the way I was showing you today. So if you want to download everything and keep them in your computer, softwares and plugins, you can just enroll in the actual course itself. But Masterclasses, I just go through everything just like the way I do now, but it's privately, and I usually charge 250. All right. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope to see you again live tomorrow. Have a good night. I hope I didn't waste your data.